more like an item management game, isn't
Yeah.
it? Item management with dice. This is our world dice pool. This is where we're going to take dice from to be able to roll, but I think once we've rolled all of our dice, we're going to put those on the side in front of Ian, or maybe above the cards or something, so that everybody can reach. And so that there's a separation between what we've rolled and what we haven't rolled.
I mean, I could always get the dice, so I can just move them to the side.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea. And then we can put them right in the middle. That works for me. You can be our dice banker.
Maybe not.
As long as the dice go flying and you drink.
They went into
the first broadcast, I was rolling the initiative die, and it bounced and landed in my water.
Right.
That was fun. And then one of you can manage our farm, or where we buy our livestock. We'll call that the auction. The auction house for the cows and the whatnot. This is a really cute game. That's why I bought it. It was definitely an impulse buy, but it was worth it. It's a very fun game. This is a game that anybody can play. I'm pretty sure, I don't know what the age limit is on this game. It's probably fairly young. I'm sure it has it on one of the boxes. Let me see. The age limit on this game, and it was recommended by Father Geek, so I'm pretty sure, because I can't remember how old his children are, but ages 10 up. So younger people can play this. It's not so basic that they'd be bored by it, but it's simple enough to learn, you know, and it's really fun. It's dice rolling. How can you not love that? You have 7 turns. That's what this is. It's a week. I don't know if it counts as a week or a year, but it's basically 7 turns to build the most majestic and prosperous castle that you can. So that's what those cards are. Those are cards that allow you to build your castle. There's the gray is straight up just castle pieces. The kind of goldish colored ones are people, and then there are, I think still are some castle pieces in there, aren't there?
I think
or
it's all people.
It's been a while since we've played. You get your victory points from those. These smaller cards, you don't draw them, you actually earn them as you play. And they have, well, some of them, they don't have any castle pieces, but they have different ways of earning victory. So you might get the bard, who gives you some extra points at the end. Some of them you actually play during the game to mess with other people, a little bit of a take that mechanic. But you know, these are, so we've got, this is the what's known as the market deck. Yeah, these are all people. This is the village deck. So the goldish one is the village deck. This is the castle deck. This one gives you straight up points when you build the stuff, and you get benefits from the castle pieces. The people give you mostly benefits. I don't think there's any that give you points unless you have the bard. And then the market gives you kind of like special abilities. So if you look at your game board, this is your resource silo right here. If you notice, we've got like gems on them. It's easier to get the top items, so there's more wood in the game than anything else. There's less iron in the game than anything else. So the lower you go on the track, the harder it is to get the items on these. Like if you notice, each turn we're rolling more wood dice, more stone, fewer of these. And also, I don't think that the like the wood, like you can get a ×3 on that. So if I roll this, I get 3 wood. I don't know that that's what I thought. I think the iron, the highest it goes is ×2. So what you're going to do is, as you get your resources, you're going to move this track up, and as you spend it, you move it down. Very simple. These are villagers that can help you get more resources. These are guards, which help prevent loss of resources. These are barbarians who steal resources. They will take one of every resource at the end of your turn. If you have no resources, you don't go in the negative. So they just come up and notice that you're barren, and they suck because they picked the wrong ground. So
that's nice, at least.
Yeah. This looks really complex when we say turn order. This is actually much more simple than it seems. There's just a lot that can happen. But this is your reminder of what you can do each turn, and then there's like pictures that sort of help you remember. This is your merchant, I believe. This is your merchant stand. And then this is your farmer fields. If you notice, there's 3 levels. So as you go up, you gain. You literally will have all 3. Like if I have the track up to here, if I have 3 farmers, for example, I have all 3 of these available to me.
But you only use one.
You only use one a turn. But you don't lose the other one. So if I put a farmer here, I don't then lose the access to this. I still have access to all of them. But you use one a turn.
Makes sense.
If that makes sense. And then I think I already mentioned the guard post. And this is where you keep track of your animals. You're just going to stack them up here. So if I happen to get a cow, I would put him there. Which, I have to show off this cow because he's just awesome. This is one of the reasons why I bought this game, is this dude. who's not on camera yet, this guy. Look at that cow. Look at him. Doesn't care. Does not give an F. Not one single F. Gallons of milk, 0 Fs. And dice. So cow and dice. That's why I bought it. It's sad. It's an impulse buy. Don't regret it. This is a game, if you don't have in your collection, you should get it. It's really cute. So there's that. We've already talked about each of those things, so we don't have to worry about that. Whenever you, so the first thing you're going to do is determine who goes first. The first time we're going to do that, we can do it right now if you want to. You roll 2 wood dice. It's the brown one. Person with the most wood will go first. I have 3.
I have none.
Wow, you're really rolling
I have
barbarians like crazy.
I have a barbarian and a cow. So.
I have a barbarian and a cow.
So things are happening on your farms that you don't need to know about. I will harvest some wood and go first.
It's not like I condone it. Anyway.
You really can't really have a choice when it comes to barbarians. They just do. They do them.
They misunderstood the term animal husbandry. It's fine.
You say you do you, and they're like, I'll the cow, actually.
Right.
And then play goes clockwise. Every turn afterwards, unless no one has any horses, essentially the first player is the person with the most horses in their farm.
Makes sense.
If you have no horses, then we will do the same thing. We'll roll the wood. But most of the time, I think by then people will have had horses.
Horses,
maybe.
Then you choose your cards, and again, we don't draw these. We're going to draw from the market and the village and the castle. And it starts with me, and then it would go around the table. And you're going to draw. The first thing you can do is you can discard cards that you don't want.
Okay.
Because you will carry cards from turn to turn. You can discard your whole hand if you don't want any of your cards.
Okay.
But you don't have to. You can keep as many as you want. Excuse me. And then you announce how many cards you want to draw from the castle deck and how many you want to draw from the village deck. You'll have a total of 5 cards in your hand, and you can draw as many from either deck as you want.
Okay.
And then, excuse me, if the deck runs out, reshuffle. That's pretty normal. And then again, you only ever have 5 cards in your hand. You won't have more. I don't believe there's any cards that give you more. These cards, however, market cards do not count towards your hand. So if you happen to have a market card, you will still be drawing up to 5 cards of the 2 main decks.
The chicken changes that. The chicken changes that.
The chicken does change that, but I'm talking about just like your
cards,
normal draws. Yeah. If you have the most chickens, you will draw an extra card. Am I right?
Yeah, you will have
plus
an
1 your
increased
hand side.
size, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, so whoever has the most chickens, so we'll want to calculate that every turn. That person will get the extra card. Then you choose extra dice. Now, if you notice, each turn will tell you how many extra dice you get to have. If it has a blue symbol, it means it's dice of your choice. So you're going to look at your cards and be like, I need a lot of stone, so I'll take 2 extra stone. It doesn't mean you get those dice in your pool. I'll explain that in a second, but that's what you're going to roll. You're going to have extra dice to roll, which gives you a better opportunity to get the resources you need.
Okay.
If you have the cow, or is it the most cows? What the heck is it? Yeah, if you have the most cows, that's where that comes into effect. You can take a village action. And so what you can do is when you choose dice, if you're the person who has the most, when we choose our extra dice, I mean, if you're the person with the most cards, you have an extra action you can do. What you can do is you can move your villagers around, and that's these guys. I believe you can move the guards as well. Yep, and you can move the guards as well. You can basically change one of them to any other type.
Okay.
So now what that means is I can't take, when you get workers, they have to start from the top and then you fill your way to the bottom. So I can't have, if I have one worker up here, I can't then put one down here. I'll explain what the workers do in just a moment, but I can't do that. I would have to fill in here. When you choose the village action with your cow, it does not mean that you can take a guard that you might have down here and move him over here as a villager. If you move him, he would go to the next empty space up top. So even if he starts on the bottom, because you can put your guards anywhere. I can put a guard here, I can put a guard here. There's no restriction for guards. There is a restriction for workers. So if, for example, I'm going to use this cow and pretend that's a guard. If I want to move him over here and I don't have any workers, I can't do this.
You have to move him.
He goes here.
Yep.
It's still good to move him around.
Right.
But I could also take a worker. I'm like, man, I'm probably not going to use this resource anymore, so I'm going to actually make him a farmer. You can do that. You can move him down here.
Or a merchant.
Or a merchant, yeah. You can have up to 3 merchants. You can have up to 3 farmers. Here, let me do that.
And just so that I understand, so if I'm reading this correctly, what that means is that instead, like if you roll, like if you gained one resource, you'd gain two instead. Is that what I'm understanding for this?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the
I haven't quite
merchants?
gotten to
Okay.
the
Sorry.
jobs yet, but yeah, that's essentially what it is. So again, most cows, when you choose your extra dice, that's the time when you would do it. Later in the game, if you want to do it, you can't until the next round.
Okay.
Because we have to determine who has the most cows, and that could change during the round.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, since it's your first game and you forget, just let me know and we can mulligan it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we form the world. So we're going to roll all our dice, and that's going to determine what we have. Now, we may have cards that let us re-roll some of these dice or all of these dice, and that's okay. We'll do that. But once all of the dice are rolled, we're going to move them up here, and that becomes a dice pool, or the world pool, as it was. So we don't keep the dice we roll, that's what we put in our pool.
Okay.
These are the ways we can re-roll them when it's time to actually roll them. So once they're there, we form the world pool, and then each turn, starting with the first player, you pick one die from the world pool at a time.
Okay.
And that there's another ability you can do if you have the most pigs, but I'll talk about that in just a sec.
Mm-hmm.
So as you take your dice, so for example, let's say I had this wood and I take it, I'm going to move my wood one up and I'm going to give him the die back so he can put it in the empty pool. So you just spend it, or you could just say, hey, I want those 3 wood, he'll put it aside and you just go up 3. Whatever's easier. That probably would be easier. And you just add it to your bank. And if the die has an animal on it, you get a token of that chosen animal.
Yeah, makes sense.
So whoever has the most can actually change quite a few times in a round. And then you just keep on doing that until there are no more dice. So then you go into the kind of the next step. Now there are cards that can be played during the gathering phase, which give you bonuses. And what it has is a blue hand on the card. It's just a little hand that has a blue hand. It will tell you in the description, but if you want to look for quick reference, on the top of the card, it's going to tell you that it can be used during the gathering phase. And also during the gathering phase, if you have the most pigs, you can perform what's called a pork chop. That can only be done once per round. So if you have the most pigs and you do a pork chop, but then Aaron gains another pig and becomes the most pigs, if you had already done the pork chop, he cannot do it.
Okay.
The exception is the princess card allows you to do a pork chop no matter what. But what a pork chop is you take a die in the world pool and you can change it to any face before gathering it.
Nice.
And then after that pork chop's been used, though, you can't do any more gathering. So a lot of people save it for the last gathering. It's up to you. If you need a resource really, really badly and you don't care about the rest of the crap that's in there, do a pork chop. But just be aware you forfeit every other gathering that you take. I'm not sure if the princess requires you to do that.
I don't think she does.
If she says that you're just doing a regular pork chop, then she does.
As well?
I don't
Huh?
think she
Does it nullify barbarians as well, or do barbarians?
Yeah, you can take a barbarian and change it to anything you want.
Right.
Well,
Well, no. The other thing is like if,
No.
like for example, like if you change one, and it stops your further gathering, but your further gathering would be barbarians, you still take the
barbarians are not gathered; they're immediately placed.
Yeah.
on your
Oh, yeah.
card.
That's right. That's right. When you roll a barbarian, those go right here immediately. They
Oh,
never
they're not
make it
even
to the
put in
roll pool.
pool.
No.
Okay.
No. No, they're attacking
Otherwise,
right
people
away.
would just.
Yeah, we'll just pork chop it.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, so you can do that once per turn. The princess will allow you to do an additional.
Chop.
An additional one additional chop. But basically, anybody who has a princess can do a pork chop, regardless of whether one's been done a turn. And I do believe that the princess card does say it's a regular pork chop. If it says that you perform a pork chop, then you just perform the pork chop. I can't remember; it's been too long. If it doesn't, if it just says, "Hey," oh wait, here we go. I think it says it. Nope, it doesn't have the princess here.
We'll find out.
Yeah, it might just say,
Gain a bit of
change the die to any face. In
Right.
which case, that is a pork chop. But if it doesn't tell you, if it says, we'll see. But I think it says just do a pork chop.
Okay.
Once we've done all the gathering, you can choose to go to market. And what that means is if you have at least one animal of each type, you can choose to go to market. There are some days, notice where they have 4 animals here, where if you have them, you have to go to market.
Okay.
And there's 2 of them, I think. I think there are like
3 of them.
3 of them. There's one right there.
Okay.
You can't see it from the glare.
Yeah.
But basically, why is everything so crooked? This is nuts. That's a little bit better. There we go. I'm so OCD. But yeah, what you do when you go to market is you turn in one of each of those animals at least, and that's how you get a market card.
Okay.
Grab one of these. These are pretty powerful cards, so you want to do it sometimes, but you want to mitigate, like, you don't want to try to do it all the time because you might lose other benefits from the animals.
Right.
And then in some cases, if you have one of each, it doesn't matter what you're trying to save. If it's a market day, you got to go.
Okay.
After that, workers produce. What that means is you've gathered everything, you've changed your bank and your silo, and then the workers produce. For every column that you have a worker in, you get one additional. You just move it up one more. Once the workers produce, the merchants work. And then for each merchant you have, you can discard a resource to gain a resource that is one level rarer. So if I have 2 wood and the 2 houses or 2 land, and I use the merchant, I can go down 1 to go up 1.
Makes sense. Okay.
One below it.
Yep.
I cannot do it that with wood and go I can't
Right,
take
it's only
wood.
one level higher.
It's 1 level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can, in some cases, like if you have multiple merchants, you can kind of go down a couple because you can use your first merchant to go down 1 to go up, and then go down 1 to go up, depending on how many. So you can go up to 2 levels higher depending on what you have for resources.
Right.
If you have 3 merchants, and remember the most you can have are 3. Same thing with farmers. And then the farmers, this just kind of happens during the different steps. Like if you notice, if you have 1 farmer, when you collect an animal, collect an additional animal of that same type. I'm reading these out loud because the players can't see them.
Right.
When you have 2 farmers, you can choose to do this, or when you collect an animal, collect an additional animal of any type. And then if you have 3 farmers, when you collect an animal, collect 2 animals of any type instead. And remember, you can only use 1 of these. So if I have 3 farmers, I pick which one I want to do.
Right.
And after that, we build. We use our cards. We spend our resources. All that stuff happens. If you're building like a villager, you're going to get the token immediately.
Right.
We'll just get it from Aaron. Just kind of put it in there. Building parts to your castle. You just put your castle next to your board as you go, and that might give you some other things to do depending on what your cards are. And then once we've done that, the barbarians are going to raid. So for every barbarian die that you have, every barbarian die that you have, you will lose 1 of each resource.
Right.
If you have a guard, you will not lose any in those resources. The guard protects it. If you have no resources, you will not go into the negative.
Okay.
The barbarians just simply won't raid you. Right. Or they will, but meh, sorry. Yeah. And then after that, we finish the turn, and we move on to the next round, and we start with our starting dice again. The end of the 7th turn is when any barred market cards that you have, you're going to reveal for your bonus points. And then there are victory points for most animals total. There are victory points for most villagers. That's these. I'm sorry.
Yep.
These are the most villagers. There's a victory point for each bard. And then there's a certain number of victory points for castle pieces based on the castle itself.
Okay.
So if you have most animals, you get 1 point. You don't get a lot of points in this game.
Right.
You get 1 point for most animals, 1 point for most villagers, 1 point for each bard, and then your castle points. And that's it. Cool. Pretty simple game.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to do
Yep.
is roll our
set
roll.
up, and then
Oh,
you
our extra dice.
use
Okay.
Yep.
I need to choose my cards.
Yes.
Jerk.
You choose your
I'm
card.
going to take 3 villagers and 2 castles.
Gotta do the same.
I was just super excited about rolling dice.
I feel like I should be different and do different things.
That is up to you.
But then again, you guys have played this before. What the hell? We'll keep it the same 3 and 2.
Nope. These 2.
See you cheat.
Yeah, I would if I gave me the one that I originally had put on top.
Alright, now we can choose our extra dice. I'm
so
going
cute.
to need...
Mm-hmm.
Pick your time. Since I go first, I'm going to pick mine first. I'm going to need... I'm going to take 2 plot dice. That's the green ones.
So we only can gather 2 things?
No, you get to pick 2 extra dice of
dice
any type that you
before
want
we
to add to
roll
the
our
world
world.
pool.
Right.
It just makes it more...
No, we keep gathering until there's...
Yeah, we gather
No
until there's
dice
no
left.
dice.
So it says after you've collected resources from both of your gatherings, roll 2 dice back into the world.
It's going to let you take
never
2
mind.
dice,
Because
yes.
it lets me take gathered. I get it.
That's a great card.
I got it now.
It's a great
That
card,
makes
and it
sense.
doesn't. The neat thing about that card is it doesn't necessarily screw the other players because you're adding
Right.
it back into the pool.
It actually might screw you.
It can sometimes because if you get a barbarian, that's happened. That's happened to me.
Yeah.
More than once.
I'm going to take a iron and a gold.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Wait, really? How is that that's a castle card? Okay.
Yeah, some of
There's
them are
people
people.
in the castle
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yep, 'cause they work at the castle or they live there. But the villagers are always people.
Yeah.
All right. What would you like for your extra 2 dice?
Oh, a yellow and a red.
Copying me.
Going for gold
I
and
didn't even
iron.
pay attention.
Now we roll for our world.
So you got 2 barbarians.
Me too.
3.
Oh, I didn't see the one that's hiding.
Yeah, I have one that I thought was a barbarian, but it's a cow.
I got none. No barbarians.
You're a terrible person. You're not a terrible person, but you are. And then we just
No,
need to have
I
you-
am, because it wouldn't have mattered.
And then those come over here to the world. I almost wonder if it would be better. Let's move these. Let's put the dice here so Ian can see them better, because we can pass him the cards. Just because some of them have tiny numbers on it, and we want to make
Right.
sure you can see
Yeah, the ones that times
these.
2.
And that way we can have a nice card pile
It's
for
like
you.
I can't stand up to look at them too.
It's true, but you know, and we can just. I mean, you don't have to stare at the cards. We can just hand them to you.
Right.
Okay, so now we start the
Gathering.
the gathering phase. Well, I'm trying to see. Was there anything we need to do? Oh no, because the chicken doesn't matter, cow doesn't matter. All right, I am going to
Don't
before I gather, I'm going to play a soldier card where people can see it. And what that does is I can reroll all of my barbarians into the world, keeping any that come up as barbarians again. Well, that's one, and now there's a pig. A very green pig. He's not feeling very well. And now I can gather.
You're separating the animals out.
There's a pig and 2 cows, and a bunch of single.
I'm also going to play the wise grandfather, which lets me play before I gather, which will let me gather an extra time. So these dice I'll need to keep because I have to reroll them. I think I roll both of them.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
roll
roll
them
both
both back into the pool.
All right, so let me just see what I'm going to take. I'm going to take. I'm going to take 1 gold. And then the other thing I'm going to take is. Okay, I'm also going to take.
2 land, 2 stone, 2 wood.
Yeah, I'm stuck on this. I will take the 2 land. And then we reroll those. We have a horse and 2 land.
Okay.
And then he was a villager, so he goes here. And that's my turn.
He was a villager too.
Oh, he was?
Yes, he is.
Why did I think he worked at the castle?
No, he does. He just doesn't live there.
Spread them out so we don't have too much on the screen because of CD. It's sad. It's a sad reflection. But it looks nice that way on screen.
I'm going to take the 2 wood.
Wise grandfather again.
There's a bunch of times 2 stone, and then there's singles of the other resources. Oh, and there's a times 2 land. So times 2 land and times 2 rock. Jeez.
Wow.
Hopefully, maybe you have a soldier too.
No, if I did, I would have used it already.
Alright, I will take one
If
stone.
I did, that would be freaking amazing. but-
Just one stone?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Because the barbarian's gonna eat the other one unless I. Well, nope, just one.
Okay. I'm going to take iron.
I'm gonna take
Lieutenant,
one wood.
it's not your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whose turn is it? Oh,
After me, it's Ian.
sorry. He was so quiet so long. I thought you were waiting on me.
I didn't realize it was my turn. So, you know what? I will take gold.
Okay.
And I'll take one wood.
I'll take the last iron.
I will take horse.
I will take a wood.
I will take times 2 stone.
I will take a cow.
Mm.
I am going to play the daughter. It was the daughter, not the princess, which will allow me to pork chop. And I'm going to turn this cow into 3
wood.
wood.
Does it count as a pork chop?
It does, so I'm
Okay.
done drawing cards now.
Okay.
Because it says just perform a pork chop.
Okay.
If I didn't have a barbarian, I could probably be on the game a little bit longer, but I'll lose some stuff otherwise.
Yep. I will take 2 stone.
Give me the pig.
You take the pig.
Start the farm.
Well, in all fairness, it's called I'm gonna lose any resources
Yeah,
I
you might as
have,
well get
so I might as well
livestock.
get
Well, yeah.
livestock.
Because you can do resources next turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you get.
Unless I get a
wow,
crap.
you
Yeah,
have a lot of
4
barbarians.
freaking barbarians
oh
right
my
now.
goodness.
I know.
Mhm.
So I'm not doing anything. Like.
That is insane.
Like, if I could use soldier on you to get some of the resources back
I
into
know,
the world,
I know.
I'd do that.
Trust me, yeah.
I'm gonna gather coin.
Which one do you not want more?
Either's fine.
All right, I will take some land.
Okay. I'll take 2 more wood or 2 more stone.
They're gonna steal your property. They're gonna be squatting.
All right,
This here be ours.
so that's everything.
All right, now we can
Here your
choose.
arms, is that what you said?
This here be ours.
We can
Oh, this
go to
is-
market. Nobody has 4 livestock, so we don't. Workers produce. We don't have any yet. Merchants work. We don't have any yet. And now we can build stuff. And to build, just say what you're doing. It's all simultaneous.
Yeah.
And then go down and do your stuff.
Worker.
Merchant.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, and 1, which will be
I
a
know,
farmer.
that's where.
They're just basically like little. Yeah. Can I please have one of those?
Oh, they're
Actually,
all.
I'm gonna
It's
need
all the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you,
Merchant.
farmer. And I will also spend 1 gold, 1 stone. I had 2 stone, didn't I? Yeah. And then all 3 of my wood to put down the royal chambers.
That's what I was hoping for.
What, the royal chambers?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna keep my people on this side.
What does that do for you?
It
Gives
lets
you
you.
an extra pick.
Yeah, you get an
Or an
extra
extra-
free die.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it,
It
helps
helps
all
everybody.
of us.
But the more of us that have them, the
Okay.
more stuff we have
So I
in
have a
the pool.
question.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I understand how this works. So it says it's the loyal brother.
Yep.
So, but play before you pick your choice dice, meaning pick
Yeah.
your these one, the
Yeah.
blue ones, right?
Yeah.
Add 5 to the number of choice dice you get to pick this turn instead of rolling the fixed dice in the turn.
So
turn.
you're just going to get 8 of your choice.
So you don't
Whatever
get
you want.
anything. It's
Yes.
just literally all your choice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right,
you
okay,
get to
that's
pick
what
your
I-
entire thing.
Okay.
Which is, that's such a great card.
Especially on day 2 where you normally would only get 4 dice.
Right.
Yeah.
You're saying I get 5.
Additional, so I get 8 total.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's cool. I wanted to make sure that I understood that properly, because that's what it seemed like, but I just
Mhm.
wanted to make sure that made sense.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
he's
Is
gonna.
everybody
Yeah.
built? Once everybody's built, the barbarians raid.
the barbarians took all of my shit.
All of it.
Dice
All of my
turn.
2 land. They wanted more, but they couldn't
Oh,
have
actually,
any.
yeah.
They
Okay.
burned it down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Burned to the ground.
And then we move on to the next round.
Mhm.
So does it kind of make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not too
No,
hard.
yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
fun.
yeah. No,
So you get to choose if you want to discard anything.
Uh,
Oh no, no.
discard
Like you
anything,
can
yeah,
choose to discard anything you don't want in your hand before drawing new cards.
No.
All right.
So
I'm
now,
gonna
what do you want to
charge
draw for new?
I will just take people.
2 new people. Gotcha.
Actually, I lied. A person and a castle.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did before and take 3 people and 2 castle pieces.
I
Oh
get
my
to create
God.
a villager and a castle to get 2 more villagers and a castle. Of course. Okay.
Huh. Okay. Then we start out with 1 wood, 1 stone, 1 gold.
2 gold.
Is it
And-
2 gold? Oh, it's 2. Wow, that lamp is
Yeah,
just...
you're
I'm loyal brothering, so I'm gonna get 8 dice of my choice.
Yep.
Which I'll let you know what I want in a second.
Alright, because you have to pick first before we pick our free ones.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want.
Just to make it easy, just choose all 8 of your dice.
Right. Give me 3 brown, 3 gray, and 2 red. Or no, a red and a gold. Or red and a yellow.
Okay, I'm gonna take... what about 1 left? Was it 2? It's 3 extra dice. Okay, so I'm gonna take... What did you take for dice? I'm sorry.
Oh,
3,
sorry. I took 3
Okay. I would
brown,
take 3 stone.
Okay.
I mean 3 brown. Sorry. Because you have 3 stone, right?
Yeah, he's got 3 stone
I have
and
3
3
stone,
wood.
3 brown, and
Okay.
1 of each of gold and red.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take 3 wood then.
I'm
I
going
think I did
to
that right.
take 2 green, and you guys got enough of that. I'll take it.
Oh, I get an extra one. I'll take a stone too. I forgot I have the little chambers. Cool. Beat down the silent one. One
Barbarians.
Ah, you
Oh my
are
god, thank
just
God.
so-
No barbarians. Alright.
I hate you all. I only got 1, so.
Oh god.
I don't have to worry about them even if I do roll them for the most part.
That's some stuff.
Yes, it is.
That's some shit. Alright,
So there are 3 times 3 woods, 2 times 2 stone, 1 times 2 wood, and the rest of them are basic.
and I pick first now because
Yep.
I have the horse.
Yep, 'cause
right?
you have the horse.
I'm the only person who has one. Alright. So I will take a times 3 wood.
Okay.
Do I want to get rid of that? No, I don't. Is there another times 3 wood?
Yes, there is.
I will take a times 3 wood.
I will also take a times 3 wood.
I will take a times 2 stone.
I think I might do the same. I just want to see here. I will also take a times 2 stone because I think there's another one.
Yep, there was one left. I will take. There's plenty of those left. I'm going to take a horse.
Give me chicken.
Back. I will take a gold.
I will also take a gold.
I will take another chicken.
I will take a stone.
No more stone available. I will take. I don't have any of those. There's not enough of those kicking around that matter. Yes, think for the future. I will take 2 wood.
I will take. Cow.
Mm.
Is this a cow?
Nope.
That's a cow.
That's a cow.
That's a cow.
I will take 1 wood.
I will take pig.
I will take other pig.
That's fine.
I will take a gold.
I'm mostly just building up because I want to be able to sacrifice and still have some left. when
Yeah.
I decide to use them next turn.
Oh yeah, when you're forced to use them. Yeah.
And then
I will take. That's a good point. I'll take the last chicken. Then I'm only 1 animal off from being able to do the same.
Mm.
okay. I will take the money and then. I've made that joke so many times in these
I'll take gold.
podcasts.
It's true, you have.
I will
I
take
really have.
the property.
That leaves you
And-
wood.
Well, no, actually, that leaves him technically with ×3 because he can pork chop for his last gather.
Oh, I can. I will do that.
Unless you
Or
wanted to
unless you
animal.
want to moo cow.
No, I will take the 3.
Alright.
I need wood.
Or a barbarian.
Who would pork chop themselves into a barbarian? That's the most ridiculous
Never
thing
know.
ever.
You don't know what people's likes are.
I don't know. I don't know their life. By
No,
the
you
way,
can
this
choose
goes
to go
in
to market if you want to.
You could choose to slaughter your people early if
Because it
you
is
wish.
that time. It's market if you need it.
Should I or should I just wait?
Is if you don't plan on getting another horse next turn, you don't have to worry about losing the things you got. The thing is you'll be tied in a lot of the categories with me if you do slaughter now.
Right, that's kind of what I was thinking. So I'm gonna leave it for now.
Okay. Workers Bruce, we don't have any merchants.
I
for it.
do.
You can choo- Oh, you have a worker? Oh, you do. Sorry.
Your
And the
merchant can work.
merchants work.
Oh, my
If you
merchant
need.
works actually. I
You can
don't
do some
need
stuff,
to.
please.
Nope.
All right, and then we build.
Okay.
Okay. So
So the first thing I'm gonna do is go down 3
1,
wood.
2, 3.
I'm building the deep moat.
Worker.
So I almost was gonna do that, but I built the
And
royal
then
chambers
1,
instead.
2. Guard.
Another freaking royal chamber.
And then I will spend 1 wood, 2 stone to get a worker, please.
And I actually will
Thank you.
use 2 wood to get a guard. And I will assign him to my stone.
Can you? I thought you have to assign it to the top.
The guards can go anywhere. It's
Oh,
the
the
workers
guards
that
can
have
go
to top
anywhere?
down.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
so
I'll still. I'm gonna leave it anyway.
That is your
Sorry,
highest
sorry.
resource right now.
Exactly. Makes sense.
Okay, and then we'll take those and just kind of. I think they're both rolled. And then. I think everybody's built everything. So
Yep.
barbarians much stuff.
So,
We took 1 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then we move to the next round.
so I'm not sure what happens when me and him are tied on horses.
I guess you would both roll wood.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Dice.
That's how that works.
Yep.
6.
Whoa.
Yeah, you go first.
Yes.
I got a barbarian and 1.
Robot Game Squad is now following us. Thank you, Robot Game Squad.
Hello, Robot Game Squad. We like you.
This is a super cute game. If you haven't played it before, it's so cute.
I'm gonna choose 2 villagers, 2 castle.
Okay, what would you like? Do you want to throw it away, or do you want to keep them both? No, you have most chickens, so you're gonna have an extra card this turn.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just gonna take what I want. So I get to pick.
You get 4.
cards. Okay.
Yeah.
So then give me 2 of each.
Okay. And I'm gonna take 1 person. Wait, do I want to do that? 1 of each? Yes, I do. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Ah! I tried that once and it never happened. You might
You
be
need
able to
walls.
do it. Oh yeah, that's right. I've done 1 wall before.
you need like 3 to make them even physically viable.
Yep. This is the truth.
One of those, one of those, one of those, 3 of those, one of those, one of those, 3 of those, one of
do what I want.
Whoops, why did I put this guy here? He just goes here. Derp. I'm like, let me save my people. Where do we get this round? 3? Okay.
All 3 gold.
I'm gonna go with 2 green and a gray.
I'm gonna get 5, so I'm gonna do
Yeah, because of your oil chambers.
2 stone, 2 wood. Oh shoot! Wait a minute. No.
Oh, you have 2 royal chambers built up?
Yes,
Yep.
it does.
I'm gonna do 2 red, 1 stone, and 1 gold. Wait, I get 5.
I love that.
2 red, 1
Once
stone,
per
1
turn,
gold.
when you gather
And then for my last
an
one,
animal, you may choose to get one of that die's resource instead. Oh, nice. That's cool.
I think for my last one I'm gonna do stone again too, so let's just get 5. I think, right? Yeah.
We call it the sacrificial mode.
Yep. He did that around one day. It was so funny. Him and Ron were like trying to see who could drown the most horses. I still got. Oh, my gold ended up being a barbarian. That's depressing.
1 barbarian.
So. Oop. That's gone. Animal. Oh, shit. That was an animal. Alright.
Okay. Exactly. I'm going to take 2 gold. Oh, sorry. Soldier.
Woo!
I'm taking 2 gold.
Alright, so I Are there any 3 wood left?
There is
Actually, no, I don't even
2 3 woods.
2 3 woods, but
Yeah, who cares about wood? Wood.
how many double ores are there?
2 double wood. 2 double iron. 2 double stone.
Okay, I will take one of the double stone, please.
I'm gonna soldier and see if I can get rid of this barbarian. Woo!
You do.
Right, and
Lucky.
then are there any 2 or 3 golds left?
There are 3 2 golds left.
I would like a 2 gold, please.
Okay. I will take a 2 gold.
I would like a land. Yeah, a land. Just 1 land.
Just 1?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you have a barbarian, so. I mean, you could trash it, but.
Okay, but
I am gonna take. I'm gonna take that 2 stone.
Take 2 gold.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Oh. Then use it.
You haven't gathered, well, technically it's supposed to be before you gather, but you
Yeah.
haven't gathered it this round. Mulligan,
Yeah.
we said we allowed him.
So there's an extra. It's not like it's something that people have been gathering, so.
That is a good point. Alright,
It'd be different if it turned up like a ×2 stone again.
Right.
True.
So I will take 1 stone.
I will take an iron.
I will take a moo cow.
I will also take a moon
I will take 3 wood. Is there 3 woods or
Yeah,
just 2s?
there's 3 woods.
I'll take 3.
I'll take a 3 wood as well.
I will take a chicken.
It doesn't matter which one.
It does not matter which
Okay.
one.
Alright. Any more 3 woods or those 2s?
There's a 2s.
I will take a 2.
I will take.
Thank you.